One, two. 1, 2. One, two. Hello. So Moon Shores and Ozboz. Am I saying that right? Hello. Um, Better Call Stan. Hello. Just doing a test here, guys. You handsome devil, you. Oh, flattery. The best way to get to a YouTuber's attention. You know me all too well. Yeah, I'm just doing a test here, guys. Can you just tell me in the comments if my audio is clear? Pardon me, is clear. If you could just tell me that, and if everything looks on the up and up, um, that would be really, that feedback would be. Oh, audio is clear. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's great to hear. Thank you so much, guys. That's fantastic. Great. Yeah, so this is something that I'm planning on getting into, folks. There's a few of you in here. I didn't expect anybody to join, actually, but the fact that there's 9 of you in here already is definitely grounds for hope. I might be a bit too loud, you're saying. Maybe that's just because I've got the mic too close to my face. I'm very loud. You guys must know this by now. I'm very, very, very loud. I feel like I'm not center in the camera as well. You didn't expect anyone to join. Are you kidding me? No, seriously. I didn't. I thought it would be just me talking to myself, and that I was going to have to listen back to this VOD a little bit later. Hello there, Simon. 9, 3 more than you've got your own apostles. I love it. Yeah, I love it. Oh, we've got 12. We've got the 12 apostles. This is great. Oh, I gotta stop laughing. Oh no, we've ruined it now. There's 15. There's 15 of you guys now. Now we have to be the 15 apostles, and it just doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? You're my teacher. Yeah, there's undoubtedly going to be students that are going to end up in the chat there, because I am a, what Americans would call, a high school teacher, secondary school, high school teacher. I apologize, guys. I look a bit unkempt. I'm just doing a quick test here. I don't know how long I'm going to run this for. I just wanted to see what was involved in going live, and it's something that I'm definitely looking at branching into. I certainly want to get into more debates and things like that. That's the plan. So want to invite theists on. I don't know if that's possible. Can you invite somebody on to speak with you when you're doing a live on YouTube? I doubt it. I think that's more of a, maybe what's it called? Oh goodness. Discord, right? Can you do that in Discord? Somebody in the chat, could you tell me, is it possible to do that on Discord? Can you invite people in to have conversations with you? Because that's the direction I want to go with this, is start bringing in atheists and theists, for that matter, just anybody who might be interested in having a conversation. If you're just joining, guys, I'm just doing a test, a quick test, a live streaming test, because this is something I want to start getting into. I just wanted to try that out. So let's see. I'm just looking at the chat there. Probably have to share your stream and video call on Discord. When you say, so Ozboz, when you say that I have to share my stream and video call on Discord, do you mean that I can do conversations with people on YouTube through going live, or do you mean that I can just do that on Discord, but that I should share out the Discord link in order to invite people? What exactly do you mean there? Just to clarify, that would be fantastic. I love your Joker just chilling in the background with Spider-Man. Yeah, guys. So it's probably become obvious after years of me putting videos on the channel, given the references that I'm inclined to lean on and so on, that I'm a huge nerd. So yeah, I've got Funko Pops there in the background, action figures, paintings. That's my little Last of Us set up there. I'm a huge memorabilia comic con geekazoid, really. So yeah, I'm a nerd pretty much in every way you could possibly imagine. I'm a nerd insofar as I'm interested in philosophy, and I'm a nerd insofar as I am interested in collectibles and autographs and comic cons and things like that. So yeah, you're looking at the king geek here. Maybe I should be the magic geek or the geek skeptic or something like that. I don't know. There's my good friend. Good friend. Hey, Dahi, how are you doing? Dahi is a good friend of mine from Ireland there, guys. I grew up with that man and he is an absolute legend. So shout out to you, Davey. It's absolutely brilliant to see you there in the comments. This is great. Yeah, Dahi is a really, really good friend of mine, guys. He could tell you some stories. So Ozboz, yeah, you said I can do that. I can actually invite people in on YouTube, it seems, and I can have conversations here on YouTube. If that's the case, that's absolutely fantastic. Actually, looking at the settings here, there is a share button at the bottom, so maybe that's what you're talking about. Over 20 people here now. Yeah, man, it's a crowd. It's a crowd. This is great. As I said, I didn't expect anybody to join. Fellow comic lover there, Dark Rift. Great to see you there, and I'm sure we'd have a very long and interesting conversation. This is what I do. Many of you guys will know who PJ is. PJ has appeared in numerous podcasts with me at this point, and so too has Sergeant Ducky. And we're the three of us really were big geeks, right? We're super geeks, and we love our movies and we love our pop culture and stuff. But even PJ and Ducky would probably agree that I'm the king of the nerds even among them because of all this stuff. They don't waste their money on plastic junk like I do. So um magic skip geek. Yeah, Dahi, the beard. Is that I can't tell if that's a compliment or not. To be fair to Dahi, I know you guys don't know what he looks like, but Dahi has got a much more handsome beard than I do. I feel like I just look a bit homeless right now. So if you're liking the beard, that's much appreciated, because I'm about this close to shaving it all off and going back to stubble, because I don't know if I don't know if I can live like this. I feel like a barbarian. Oh, Ozbaz, sorry, I misunderstood you. On Discord, you meant. Yeah, yeah. So, guys, I have to set up a Discord then, if that's the case. I'm gonna have to set up the Discord, because I do want to do this live streaming, but I would love to do it in such a fashion that I can simultaneously speak to you guys, but also bring in people who aren't necessarily following me on YouTube. I would like to bring in theists and people who want to challenge me, debate me, that sort of thing, because it's very easy for me to sit here in front of a camera and just tell you what I think without challenge. You know, there's no real test of my ideas, and I want my ideas to be tested, not least because I want to believe, as Matt Dillahunty often says, I want to believe as many true things and as few false things as possible. And so with that in mind, the best way to get there, apart from study and research in your own time, is to have other people challenge your ideas. And the more robust the challenge, the better. And if I end up changing my mind on things, well, that's a win as far as I'm concerned. So where's the Mortal Kombat room? Well, there's actually a bunch of Mortal Kombat stuff behind me in that glass case just there, and I've got a bunch of Mortal Kombat paintings and things downstairs in the living room. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video someday where I show you guys that stuff, but I can't imagine the majority of my subscribers would be interested in that. What else? No, keep the beard. Keep the beard. Oh, goodness. It's great to see that there's some votes for the beard. That's fantastic. I love to hear it. Was on my way to Curb Your Enthusiasm, and there you were splendid. Oh, I sorry guys, I should really wear my glasses. I'm struggling to read these bloody comments. I'm an old man now. I'm 32. I'm 32 at the time of recording, so I feel bloody old, I tell you. And being a teacher plays a big role in that. All it takes is to be a teacher for a few years, and you realize how quickly the culture moves. A lot of my students in school use words that I don't understand anymore. And when they use them and I don't understand them, they laugh at me. And it reminds me of not too long ago when I was in school, when I used to use words that the teacher didn't understand, and we would think that they were out of touch. But I'm only 32, and yet I don't understand what the 15-year-olds are talking about. I don't know what the 14-year-olds are talking about. So yeah, make of that what you will. What else is next here? The entire class will be distraught if you ever shave the beard. Fair enough. Yeah, I think if I walk into school without my beard, the police will be called because they'll think I'm a stranger. I'll look like a fundamentally different human. I don't think anybody has to worry about me shaving the beard anytime soon because my fiance won't allow me to shave it. So which I suppose is a good sign. It would be a bit weird if she wanted me to shave it and wanted me to look like a little boy. I'll leave you infer what I'm talking about there, dear listener. Well, that's what the apologists do. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. I might have said something a moment ago and I've forgotten it. So if you want to clarify there in the comments, please let me know. Guys, can I just ask once again, because now there's more of you in here, there's like 28 of you in here. Just tell me if the audio sounds good, if the stream is working correctly, and if the camera looks good and so on. Just let me know if that's all working, because this is just a test stream. Sounds good for me. That's great. Audio was good. Oh, that's fantastic to hear. That's really, really good. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for the feedback, everybody. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Sitting in the front of the camera without having your ideas challenged, I meant. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's true. But, look, I have to take some blame there because I haven't done much challenging of my own ideas insofar as debates are concerned. There's 2 debates on my channel that I did with an apologist by the name of Dry Apologist. And the weird thing is, I really enjoyed those debates. They were absolutely fantastic. I had such a great time, and Dry Apologist was such a great opponent. Very intelligent, very well read, very respectful. If you're interested in those conversations, you can go into my back catalog, and there's one where we speak for like an hour and a half about the Catholic Church, and another where we speak for like almost 2 hours about the existence of God. And he puts forth, if I recall correctly, a contingency argument, and he really puts me through my paces, I must admit. So I really enjoyed that, and I just haven't gotten around to doing more of it. And that's what I want to get into, guys. I want to have my I want to have my ideas challenged. That's the goal. And so if you guys have any knowledge about how best to set this up or how to do this, I'm still not clear on whether or not I can invite people in on a YouTube live. Can you actually get people to join you on YouTube live? I don't think it works that way, if I'm not mistaken. Perhaps you guys can tell me. Somebody else in the comments there, Ozboz, I think was the name, was telling me that I'll be able to do that on Discord, and I can go live on Discord and invite people in. So we will see on that front. Let's see what the chat is saying. Audio and video are great. That's fantastic. Again, I appreciate the feedback. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. And how do I say that name? Your Balson? Your Balson. Apologies if I've butchered that. No doubt I have. Hello there, Finn. Mario says, cool collectibles you've got. Yeah, this isn't even the half of it, by the way. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't do we'll say illicit substances in order to protect monetization. I don't do any of those things. I kind of bear the brunt of reality as a pioneer. I mean, I used to drink when I was in university and things, and Dahi was in the chat there earlier, a good childhood friend. Yeah, I don't do any of those things anymore, and it's just out of mere preference. It's not like I had a problem or anything. I just just don't do it anymore. I'd rather have a takeaway and watch a movie. for the evening than to go to a nightclub or to consume certain, shall we say, powders or potions. So yeah, not my thing. But I am addicted to collectibles. I am addicted to Funko Pops and statues and paintings and autographs and all of that stuff. So, you know, we've all got our vices, folks. What else here? It's the same way I feel when me and my guy get into these arguments, me being a new atheist and my friend being a staunch Christian. Who was your opponent? If you're referring to the debate I had, it was a debate with a guy called Dry Apologist. And I really like him. He's great. So it's one thing that I kind of want to promote because I definitely fail at this a lot. And you guys who've been watching my videos for any length of time will know this. So sometimes I get really pissed off when I'm responding to a particular theist, and different things will trigger me at different times. And when I get pissed off, I am guilty of drifting into insulting territory. And there's definitely been lots of people who've called me out for that in the comments. But look, I'm only human. But one of the things, ironically, I want to promote in this channel is, you know, some respectful discourse. I really like the idea of having a debate with an apologist and being able to shake their hand at the end of it and say, you know what, that was a really good conversation. Thank you very much. And I do think, and admittedly, this is a self-review, maybe you'll disagree if you watch those episodes, but I do think that Dry Apologist and I achieved that when we had our conversation. It was actually a really nice conversation. Don't get me wrong, it got heated. It definitely got heated in places. He held my feet to the fire and I held his feet to the fire, right? There were moments where we got into the nitty-gritty on the Catholic Church and he was defending them and I was, again, holding his feet to the fire. So it definitely got tense at different points, but we were respectful to one another, and I would absolutely have him on again. I wouldn't hesitate for a second, in fact. So that is something I would like to promote for sure. And to do that, of course, I'm going to have to start going live a bit more and start inviting people to the channel and so on. To those of you who are just joining, or perhaps you've been here, I'm just doing a little bit of a live test here to see how this works. Thus far, people have told me that the audio and the video are crisp and they're good, which is fantastic. I'm very happy to see that. And I'm just doing this as a test today because this is something I want to get into. I want to do a bit more live streaming and interact with you guys a bit more. Because, guys, to be perfectly honest, I'm unbelievably humbled by the support that you guys give me every single week. I mean, I upload one video about every 2 weeks at this point, and you guys support me beyond belief. And I just want to give back a small bit more. And if doing a live every now and then and interacting with you guys in the comments, or, you know, better yet, if I figure out a way of inviting you guys on, maybe that'll be through Discord or something. I'm definitely looking into starting a Discord. I was speaking with Sergeant Ducky about that. I had a private phone call with Sergeant Ducky last week, and he's very good on all of that stuff. If you don't know who Sergeant Ducky is, he's a really good personal friend of mine. He also happens to be an incredibly successful YouTuber. Last I checked, he's got like almost like 200,000 subscribers or something. So he makes my channel look like a fart in the wind. But a real good mate of mine has been for years, and he's been instrumental in teaching me about how to succeed on this platform. And so, you know, I owe him a debt of gratitude. But one of the things he said that he was going to teach me was about how to use Discord effectively. And so I will be having a conversation with him again soon about that. And hopefully he can teach me the ways of Discord, as it were. Getting back to the chat here. Let's see. I've missed a lot. Goodness. So just in case it wasn't clear, my opponent, Simon Dusk, was Dry Apologist. A really, really awesome guy, and we had a great conversation. If you're interested in checking that out, if you search Dry Apologist in my videos, you'll no doubt find it. So Dara Live, excellent. Thank you very much, Max. I appreciate it. What's good, Magic Skeptic, says Zach. Yeah, life is great. So yeah, I mean, I have literally nothing to complain about. I'm sitting here having a nice conversation with you guys, and life couldn't be better, thankfully. So late to the party. That's okay, Philip. Just doing a quick test here. Greetings from Scotland. I love Scotland. I've only been there once. I went to Comic Con in Scotland last year. Yeah, it was last year. And that was absolutely brilliant. I think it was in October, and I had an absolutely wonderful time there. So Scotland is awesome. Granted, I haven't seen much of it, given that much of my time was spent in a convention center. But I had a really, really nice time there. So hello there, up in Scotland. So Philip says 29 watching and only 13 likes. Is it so bad? I've got more watchers and likes than I expected, because this is just me ranting and rambling. Let's be honest. What else? Any of the high sirs that you see in the comments are students of mine, and they're dreadfully respectful, and I really do appreciate their commitment to that respectful tone. They're referring to me as sir because I'm their teacher. I'm a secondary schooler, or what Americans would call a high school teacher, in case you weren't aware. And so I do appreciate them adopting that tone of respect. That's very kind of them, because we're not in school right now, let's face it. Dia Gwitz, Dia Ismeragwitz. That's Irish, the Irish language, folks. And there's some people speaking Irish in the comments there, in case you're wondering what language it is. We're not speaking double Dutch. And no, before anybody asks, I'm not fluent in Irish. I can speak a couple of words if I'm lucky. Let's see. Thank you for the reminder. I trust that many others also forget to hit the thumbs up. Oh goodness, there's no expectation. If you could hit the thumbs up, that would be fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. But again, this is just a test stream, guys. I don't expect this video to go viral or anything like that. Just seeing how I do with this live stream thing, and we'll take it from there. So who's next? Let's see. FTG writes, I mean, I like the respectful discourse, but why I just don't bother with some people who just can't seem to respect opposite ideas and try to scare me into believing their set of beliefs. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, FTG. Yeah. I made a video. Was it Wild Bill? I think it was Wild Bill of America. It was one of the episodes of the Most Annoying Religious People series that I make. Pardon me. And Wild Bill just consistently threatens atheists with hell. And the point I made in that video is that it's like being threatened with invisible arrows. I'm not going to be tempted to dodge and bob and weave if I'm not convinced that the arrow that you're throwing at me is real, right? So yeah, I take your point. That can be pretty damn frustrating. That's for sure. Hey, Callum, how are you doing? Callum Bircher there in the comments, a longtime supporter of myself. Callum is awesome, I must admit. Callum has supported me basically right from the beginning, and I owe Callum a debt of gratitude, and he continues to support me to this day on Patreon, and he's in the comments there now supporting me again. So Callum, you are awesome, and as I said, I owe you a debt of gratitude. If and when I meet you in person, Mr. Bircher, I will almost certainly, if I do see you, I can guarantee, if I meet you in person, that I will be purchasing you a pint, and that is for sure. I won't be drinking one myself, because as I said earlier in this live stream, I don't drink myself, but I would happily purchase you a drink, my friend. You're awesome. Let's see. Finn says, I have to say, Magic Skeptic, I've learned a lot from you about epistemology. I've got to use it similarly with my creationist friend, like rephrasing claims as epistemologically valid. Well, that's wonderful to hear, Finn. I really, really appreciate that. And listen, I'm no expert. I try my best. I try to stay on top of reading, and I try to be reflexive, and I try to update my thinking. And there are many videos where I've made mistakes, and I've had to, change my mind on things and update my own epistemology and my own thinking and so on. But the fact that you're getting something from my videos is truly humbling. That means a lot. I really, really appreciate it. That's awesome. So yeah, just keep fighting the good fight. That's awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Raphael writes, what are these cool cards in the background? Cards, they're not, if you're referring to all of these things, those aren't cards, they're Funko Pops. Funko Pops are little plastic figurines, vinyl figurines that they're used. Well, they're not. They don't have a use, do they? They're just memorabilia, right? So, for example, I've got a bunch of Spider-Man Funko Pops there, based on Spider-Man Far From Home. Not Far From Home, No Way Home, and some others there. But yeah, so they're not cards. Maybe if I move this more to the right, then I'll be closer to the chat. Let's see who's next. Oh, the chat just jumped. Oh wow, Raphael just dropped a super chat into the chat there. Goodness gracious, Raphael. I really don't feel like I've earned any money by just sitting here rambling. I really don't feel like I deserve that. But goodness, you are just awesome. Thank you so much for that. That means the world. Really and truly. Thank you so much. Guys, I lost my place in the chat. Where was I? What are these? Yeah, the cool cards. Yeah, I was in some of those discussion videos on the channel. Um, Great to see you live, Dara. Thank you very much, Marilyn. That means a lot. Yeah, just trying it out, Marilyn, giving it a go. I don't have any specific plan for today's live. I'm just doing a test here to see how it goes. Just seeing how I get on with it and just checking the audio and the video. Thus far, people are saying the audio and video is a-okay. So great to see you there in the chat, Marilyn. Thank you for joining today. Dark Rift writes, you are such an inspiration. Keep spreading critical thinking. Goodness, great. You're going to give me an even fatter head than I already have, Dark Rift. That's far too kind. Goodness, thank you so much. Another hello, sir. Hello to any student of mine who jumps into the comments there. That's very nice of you to join today. Let's see. Somebody just, what is that? Is that an apple? Somebody just posted an apple emoji. Maybe that's a subtle reference to the Garden of Eden. I don't know. Comic-Con Scotland looks good. Yeah, Callum, it was amazing. It was really, really good. I went there to meet, it won't surprise anybody who knows me personally to say this, I went there to meet Robin Shaw and Lyndon Ashby, who played Liu Kang and Johnny Cage in the original 1995 Mortal Kombat movie, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, warts and all. But I grew up watching that movie, and I wore out the videotape. So let's see what's next. Like the action figures you've got in your background, Dara. Thank you, Zachary. I am an absolute nerd, as I was saying earlier, the biggest nerd imaginable. I don't drink and I don't take certain substances, but I am, however, addicted to memorabilia and statues and autographs and all of that nonsense. So let's see. Greetings from Austria. Hello. Hello from David from Austria. It's great to have you. Let's see. Simon Dusk writes, FTG, I gotta say they're kind of boring, but also kind of entertaining. What are you referring to there, Simon Dusk? You wrote a previous comment, didn't you? No, Simon, I can't remember what you're talking about there. Forgive me, I'm an idiot. So tuning in because I love your accent, says Michael Beverly. Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's keep going here. Other comments. Dude, I'd love to have one of my teachers on YouTube. Lol. Oh, I don't know. If you ask some of my students, they might not agree with you. I run a tight ship. You might feel very, very differently about me if I was your teacher, let me tell you. Michael writes, wow, in America, you couldn't do this without getting in trouble, at least in conservative communities. I'm assuming, Michael, what you're talking about there is being a YouTuber and a teacher, perhaps? Is that what you mean? Maybe that is a problem that I'm going to encounter at some point. I hope not, but we shall see. I am normally in Bulgaria, of course, but visiting family here. Oh, that's great to hear, Philip. I hope the family visit goes well. So let's see. Lewis writes, will we be seeing the skeptic leprechaun for St. Paddy's Day? For those of you who don't know what Lewis is talking about, this channel that you're currently watching is actually my second foray into YouTube. I have another channel that's still live, I dare say, called, oh God, you know what? No, I'm not going to say it now. At the end of this live stream, I will tell you the name of that other YouTube channel, okay? So if you stick around with me to the end, and I won't be streaming for very much longer, maybe another 10 minutes max, we'll see how it goes. But I'll tell you the name of that other channel, which is still live, where I first put skeptical content on the internet. I'm a little boy, and I've got a little shaved face, and I just look like a child. And yeah, anyway, it was my first attempt. I consider it my YouTube school because I made all of my mistakes and I learned a few things along the way. I only put like 7 videos on that channel before I parted ways with it. And then I took a hiatus away from YouTube for about a year or two before I started again with this channel. But yeah, so if you know, you know. Let's see here. When can I get an invite to live stream with you? I'm a fan, also a YouTube counter apologetic channel. Oh, that's great to hear, Michael. Yeah, Michael. I mean, I'm definitely open to that. I'm looking at having guests on and so on. So we'll see in the future. I can't promise anything now. This is my very first live. I'm just giving it a go and seeing what happens. So yeah, just you know, watch this space. Oh wow! I just got another super chat in the comments there, by ER57. Is it ER57? I just have to say, I feel like I don't deserve that. I'm just here rambling. I'm absolutely humbled by a donation like that. You're just far too kind. Thank you so much. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I'm literally just on here rambling and just testing out live stream here, and you guys are finding it in yourselves to be charitable and generous. And look, just thank you so much. It means the world. I really, really mean it. So, yeah, I sound like a broken record, but truly that just blows me away. Where was I? I've lost my place in the chat again. So let's see. Doctor, is it Onkalap? Both hello and the response hello to you too in Irish are shockingly religious if you know what the separate words mean. Any secular alternatives? Oh goodness, yeah, no, I know what you mean. So yeah, I don't know. My dad is a fluent Irish speaker. If I mean, I suppose you could just say Conasatatu. So Conasatatu just translates to how are you? And then the response would usually just be something like Tame Gama, which means I am good. So Conasatatu, Tame Gama. That's more of a secular alternative. But yeah, I'm probably not best to ask. I'm not the best one to ask because as I said, I'm not a fluent Irish speaker. Let's see. Let's go. Callum says, I just might take you up on that, Dara. Thank you very much. Would be a pleasure. Yeah, Callum, absolutely. Hey, Callum, next time because guys, if you don't know, Callum is also interested in Comic Cons. If I remember correctly, Callum, you're interested in that stuff as well. So next time we're both at the same con, hit me up and I'll buy you that pint for sure. Sir, can you please say hi, Denisa? Hi, Denisa. I'm in Boston, which is pretty much the Ireland of the USA. Much love for the culture. Well, thank you very much, Mario. I've never been to Boston, but I'd love to go. As always, time is the problem. But yeah, I would love to get there. Who is your favorite Marvel character? Dark Rift, my favorite Marvel character. I gotta say Spider-Man. I know it's cliched. I'm sorry, but yeah, I gotta say Spider-Man. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character. My favorite DC character, again, sorry, but it's the poster child. It's got to be Batman. So yeah, I'm not very inventive there with my selections, but Spider-Man was my favorite character growing up. Batman is my favorite superhero character now as an adult. And so yes, make of that what you will. So let's see. Never thought I'd see you live. Yeah, neither did I, Stanley. I just said I'd give it a go. And here I am. Again, I don't have a specific plan for what I'm talking about today. For those of you who have joined later, this is just a test, just a stream test. This is something I want to get into, guys, and do more of. And I apologize. I'm a bit unkempt. I'm not exactly, you know, was literally just a test. I did not expect in a million years that I would end up with 42 people in the bloody chat and that I'd be speaking now for 33 minutes in a row. So if you've joined me here today and if you're about to leave, thank you so much for joining. It really means the world. And yeah, as I said, it's just a test to see how I get on here today. And so, yeah, Simon Dusk writes, I didn't see this at first, but is there a Terminator 2 picture in the background? I love Terminator 2. Yeah, that's a Terminator 2 canvas just there. And believe it or not, how shall I do this? I'm struggling. Right there, you see that frame right there? That's actually an Arnold Schwarzenegger autograph on a there's a Predator poster there, and underneath it, that little white square, that's actually an Arnold Schwarzenegger autograph. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of my biggest inspirations. I don't just have philosophical inspirations. Arnold is a big inspiration in terms of my motivation and my gym attendance and my work ethic and so on. I find him to be an amazing human being. He's not perfect, and I don't agree with everything he says. This is not code for me being a Republican. Please don't misunderstand. I probably disagree with Arnold on a hell of a lot of political issues, but I just find him to be an inspiration insofar as his work ethic is concerned. I mean, you cannot deny the man's work ethic. He became Mr. Olympia several times in a row. He became president of the, not president, sorry, that's the wrong word. He became the governor of California. And he's also one of the world's biggest movie stars. And now he's a best-selling author. The man just doesn't know how to fail at something, unless you want to get into marriages. Well, yeah, perhaps he didn't succeed there. But look, everybody has their failings. Nobody's perfect. But in terms of his work ethic, that guy just blows me away. And he is an inspiration of mine. And it is an absolute honor to have an autograph of his in my collection. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Hunter Biden's laptop. I'm not talking about politics. No, I'm not getting into politics. No, this channel is already controversial enough. I don't want to be cancelled. Thank you very much. So I am an evolutionary biologist. I finished streaming my class. I think my students are cool with this. Yeah, fair enough. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. But let's see. Oh, goodness, the chat keeps jumping. I've lost my place again. Where am I? Here we go. So Simon says, I was talking about those apologists that love to threaten hell. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Simon. We're on the same page there. 100% on the same page. Wish my teachers had an accent like yours in my class. Would have been more entertaining. I don't know. I think it's I appreciate the compliment, Zachary, but I do think it's a question of diminishing returns. So I've had students at this point now who I've been teaching for, 2 years, and I can tell you that they've gotten over the accent. So let's see. So there's more students in the comments asking if they have homework. I'm not talking about school. I'm not going there. Keanu Reeves is my Jesus. What a great name, right? I'm getting a little static in the audio. Is it just me? Well, guys, there you go. You tell me if you're getting static in the audio. Please make me aware. Is that specific to Keanu Reeves is my Jesus, or is it happening with others as well? Because if there's static in the audio, you can let me know clearly. Then there's a problem with the setup somewhere. So please make me aware. Others have said that the audio is perfect, so I don't know. Might be a specific issue to one person. So yeah, Michael writes and says perfectly clear here. The audio is great. Well, that's good to hear. Raphael with a 5 is that, I think that's Raphael's second donation. You deserve every cent you get. You make awesome content. Raphael, Jesus Christ, apologies for the religious knee-jerk reaction there. I was raised Catholic in Catholic Ireland, so I very often resort to religious symbolism when I use an expletive. But Raphael, you are just. Can we just get some love for Raphael in the chat there? I mean, just at Raphael and say, just thank you on my behalf or something. I don't know how to repay Raphael other than to just say you are just far too kind. Thank you so much. I think that's Raphael's second €5 donation. So Raphael, you are. Again, I don't know what I'm doing to deserve this. I'm just here rambling. So that just means so much to me. Thank you very, very much. It's truly humbling, I have to say. I know I sound like a broken record. I'm running out of adjectives to use here, but I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. Finn writes, do you have plans to appear on a call stream again like you did with Shannon Q anytime soon? So, yes. I don't want to announce anything right now because as far as I'm aware, the channel has not yet made it public that I'm going to be on with them. But there's potentially a very big announcement coming in the very near future. Potentially, like literally inside of a week, there should be a very big announcement, which I'll make you aware of as soon as I hear it confirmed on their end. I'm not going to name the channel. I'm not going to name the people. I'm not going to name anything because I don't want to be caught naming it. And, you know, as the old saying goes, I don't want to count my chickens until they have hatched. But yes, I should be appearing on another notable, very big channel very, very soon. And as soon as that is confirmed, as soon as I've got that locked in, you guys will be the first to know. So, yeah, there are plans in the works, Finn. We shall see. Okay, let's see. If we go here to, oh God, the chat is so. I just didn't expect it to be this manic. Thank you so much, everybody who joined here today. Let's see. I had you as a Gambit guy. You know what? Reverse fulfillment. Gambit is a really great shout. I really like Gambit, especially with the playing cards and things. For those of you who don't know, I have a background in Magic. That's why I'm called the Magic Skeptic. If you go back into the history of this channel, you will find videos of me doing magic and reading minds in the street magic, and all that kind of stuff. It's an art form that I have an affinity for. I love it. And it's the reason again that I have the moniker I do, and I love the juxtaposition. Magic is clearly the opposite to skepticism. It's not, the two shouldn't be coupled together. So I quite like the idea of calling myself the Magic Skeptic. I think there's an irony there, but yeah. So with that said, let's jump here. So yeah, with that said, I do have an affinity for Gambit as well because of the playing cards and stuff. Good choice with Batman. Yeah, thanks, Callum. I think so too. Let's go here. Doctor, for just a test, I got a good Irish language lesson. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just a test, but yeah, a little bit of Irish language learning going on as well. Why not? We gaming. I would love to get into gaming. That was something I was speaking with Sergeant Ducky about. I would love to do that, but again, I don't have the necessary right now. I need to get a capture card and a few other bits and pieces. But that's something Sergeant Ducky is going to educate me on, which I'm looking forward to. Let's see. Kevin West says, "Oh, I just came to the end of the party. Haha. Hope the stream's been fine." Yeah, I mean, it's just a test, Kevin. You haven't missed much. I do appreciate you joining. It's just a test, seeing how I get on today. This is something I want to look at in the future. Nice. That was funny, actually. Let's see. Greetings from Carlo. Oh, hello. And that comes from Soothing Relaxation Chills. What a name. So yeah, Carlo is just a stone throw away from where I live in Ireland, actually. So hello there. I hope all is well in Carlo. Mario writes, I've read Arnold's book. His dad was very tough on him, which I think led to his extreme work ethic. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I read his most, I don't know which book you're talking about because he doesn't go into much to do with his dad in his most recent book. I've read the most recent one, the one called Be Useful, and that was phenomenal. And I got a lot out of it. If you want a recommendation, guys, I would recommend, if you're struggling to achieve something, or if you're lacking a motivation, read Be Useful by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's absolutely brilliant. Test successful, says Crafty Siren. Thank you so much, Crafty. I appreciate that. Reverse fulfillment. Here in the good old USA, if a teacher had a skeptic channel, likely there would be a parents' uprising. Yeah, I have heard. But you got to remember, the UK is a mostly non-religious at this point. The most recent census showed that the majority of people on this tiny island are now not atheists, just they don't identify with any particular religion. That doesn't mean they're atheists, but suffice to say, organized religion has taken a huge hit in the British Isles. And so, yeah, I don't think there's anywhere near the sensitivity. I mean, most of the students I teach, most of the people I work with, as far as I can gather, are non-believers. Most identify as either atheist or agnostic. So yeah, I don't think there's as much of a sensitivity to it here in the UK, which is ironic, right? Because the UK is a constitutional monarchy that's in bed with the Church of England. I mean, the monarch is the head of both the state and the church. And there are even positions reserved in the House of Lords for bishops, which are higher ranking members of the Church of England. So you would expect it to be a hell of a lot more Christian, and it isn't in practice. Whereas what's really perverse is that the opposite is true in the United States. You guys, ostensibly speaking, have a secular constitution which enshrines the idea of separation in church and state, and yet on the ground you guys are dealing with the Christian right and evangelical Christianity on a daily basis, right? So yeah, it's a fascinating duality there, a juxtaposition that you wouldn't predict, but there you go. Very, very interesting indeed. Let's see. Kevin writes, damn, I want your accent. Having a heavy German accent is just not as cool. I don't know, man. I like the German accent. I do. I do. I must say, it's a pretty cool accent. Again, I think it's just a matter of familiarity. So, you know, when I hear an accent that isn't Irish, my ear perks up and I'm like, oh, I like that because it's not familiar to me. It's new, it's fresh, right? And so my accent, presumably, as a German speaker yourself, my accent is going to be new and fresh to you. And so it's the unfamiliarity that you're tapping into there. I think that would be my guess anyway. I'm not a psychologist. Forgive me for playing folk psychologist there, but that would be my guess. Hi, Dara. Love your stuff, says Mutt. Thank you very much, Mutt. I really appreciate that. Let's see. I hear some static, says another person. That's worrying. I don't know why that is. There's a little bit of popping. Okay, let me see here. If I, how shall I do this? Okay. Maybe it's just a question of how close it is. So there shouldn't be there. I would be surprised if there's popping now. I do worry if it's because I do have a pop filter on two of them, in fact, but when I have the mic that close, perhaps that's causing the problem. Let me know if that's made it better. Others are saying there's no static, just a little bit of cracking in the audio. Some pops here and there, not much. Happens when you speak more loudly and suddenly towards the mic, I think. Yeah, so this is why I'm doing live, guys. I'm practicing today, so I'm gonna have to learn how to use a microphone live. That's a skill, believe it or not, in and of itself. I know this from stage work, in my background in magic. So yeah, mic work is tricky because, I mean, you might say, but wouldn't that be the case anyway, Magic Skeptic? Well, no, because when I film videos offline and I edit them and then I put them together in my editing suite and upload them, I can take out all of the pops, the clicks, and I can edit it any way I please, process the audio as much as I like, and it's all rosy in the garden. But when you're doing it live, you're at the mercy of the mic and how it's picking up the audio in that moment. And sorry, I just hit the mic just as I said that, so that probably caused an unpleasantness there. So yeah, if you're hearing static, let me know if it's gone now that I've moved the mic even further away from my mouth. That should have resolved it. Let's see, some pops here and there, not much happens. Yeah, okay. There is occasional cracking or popping. It's not constant static. Perfectly clear from Canada. Hello in Canada, Zachary. Turtle power. Heroes in a half shell. I grew up watching the Turtles, man. Turtles are great. Let's see. I've tried a few different headsets and there's a bit of popping. I really appreciate that. Keanu Reeves is my Jesus. I wonder if me moving the mic away from my mouth has helped resolve that. Do you know when the lockdown is at school? Please tell us. No comment. Yeah, I'm hearing popping now, unlike before when it was perfect. Now it's popping. Damn technology. Going to live and leave you, Dara. I'm off. See you again. Thanks very much, Callum. I appreciate your support. That means a lot. And have a good day. Zach says, favorite Marvel movie, Dara? Oh, that's a tough one. Favorite Marvel movie? Oh, well, if I'm allowed to cite movies outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which are still Marvel movies, I gotta say Blade. Blade is one of the first live action Marvel movies, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's such a great Marvel movie. People forget that Blade was one of the first. If not, I think it might be the first big Marvel movie that kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Project. I'm not entirely certain on that, so don't quote me. But Blade is a masterful film, and Wesley Snipes and Chris Christopherson, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. It's really, really good. Excellent choreography, great acting, solid script. I love Blade. But if you're forcing me to choose something from within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'd probably have to pick Infinity War or Endgame, one of those, because those two films it would be a coin flip between those. They're phenomenal. Both of those are brilliant. Let's see. I'm gonna use the stream as background audio. See ya. All the best, Simon. Let's see. Curious. What is on the shelf to your left? Is it out of focus? On the shelf to my left. So you mean here? Because that, I mean, with the camera reversal, it's a bit confusing because this is my left and this is my right. So maybe you want to clarify. Let's see. I don't think that the source of the static and popping is the speaker, as I've heard neither throughout the duration. Well, that's good to hear. It's an electrical or clipping kind of popping. It's still doing it. Not hearing any popping since the mic moved. Oh, well, that's good. There is slight echo with the mic, nothing serious, but I bet it's tricky trying to get rid of it entirely. I like the last Avengers movie. Yeah, me too, Zach. At what age did you start this account? Oh God, I started this account when I was a teenager. I had this account long before I started using it. I had this account for many years just as a YouTube account so that I could watch YouTube videos and be logged in, signed in, so I could see whatever I wanted to watch on YouTube and put things in my watch list and so on. But I only started uploading consistently about 6 or 7 years ago. So yeah, let's see. I like the last Avengers movie. Okay, we had that. Blade, I haven't seen it there. I'll look it up. Blade, first Blade movie, absolutely brilliant. And I really like the sequel too. Unfortunately, Blade 3 dropped the ball considerably. You're left in the packages. I'm not. Oh, my left. You're left in the packages. You're left in the packages. I know you're talking about my left, but I don't know what you mean by in the packages. Sorry, I'm being an idiot now. Perhaps I'm just a moron. Blade is fantastic. Blade 2 is good too. You can skip 3. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Keanu Reeves is my Jesus. You're absolutely right. Do you believe in furries? That's a really weird question. I mean, what do we mean believe in them? I mean, there are people who identify as furries. It would be foolish for me to say that I don't believe in them. That's a sorry, that's a weird one, Bob. But yeah, by dint of the fact that they exist and are people in the world, I believe that they exist. Of course I do. Anyway, so yeah, if there are no other questions, I've tried my best to keep up with the chat. This has been really, really interesting, guys. And I can't believe that there are people who actually donated to the stream. That's incredible. I can't believe that. I'm again just blown away by your generosity. I really, really appreciate that. Shout out there again to Raphael who donated, and shout out to ER57, ER57. I really, really appreciate that. I did this stream today just as a quick test to see how we got on, what the audio was like. I'll listen back to this as well, and I'll see if I can hear any of that static that people were referring to. I'll just ask one more time before we part ways. Can anybody there just tell me if you're still hearing static in the audio, or if it seems better now since I moved the mic away? How is the audio sounding? How's the video looking? Just one last question. So let's see. Audio did get better. That's good. Oh, that's very kind of you, Raphael. Jesus, you're donating again. My God, stop it. My God, you're too kind. Thank you so much, Raphael. You're a legend. Thank you so much. Another €2 donation there by Raphael. I think that makes 12 euros of donations from Raphael. You're too kind, Raphael. I really appreciate it. So no static. Great video. Fantastic. Let's see, last one there. Sorry, I missed this. I've been in class. Everything looks and sounds great. Thank you very much. You haven't missed much. All I've been doing is just chatting randomly with chat, just having a quick over and back, just testing what live streaming would be like. This is something I want to get into a bit more. And, you know, actually, one thing you guys can do for me, maybe I'll just put a poll on the channel in the community tab. Maybe that would be best. But I would be very interested to know when you guys would prefer for me to go live, to have little hangouts like this where we can just have conversations and talk a little bit and have a little bit more of a casual conversation. So yeah, just, you know, let me know in the comments. If you're watching this after the live ends, just jump into the comments and let me know when you'd like me to go live, when it would work best for you, and what you'd like me to do while going live. Just tell me that much. Tell me what you'd like to see me do when I go live. Clean answers only, please. What would you like to talk about when I go live? Would you like me to have guests on? Would you like to talk about philosophical subject matter, which is what my channel is all about at the end of the day? Would you like me to read through the news and we could talk about the news for the day? Would you like me to just talk movies and games and TV shows, some of what we've done here today? What exactly would you like these lives to be about? Because I'm thinking about these lives as a way of paying back you, my subscribers and my supporters, because I'm putting out content all the time. You guys are supporting me, and I feel like, other than in the comments of each video, I don't get to interact live with you guys ever. I mean, comments are great, but I mean, I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed this today, and interacting with you guys in the comment section is just fantastic. And it's just been a treat today, to be perfectly honest. I've really, really enjoyed myself, and I hope you guys did as well. And I would like to do more of this, just to give back to you guys, have conversations, and meet you guys where you're at with your questions directly, where you can get a response live and be assured of a response, because I'm doing my best to get through the comments here and so on. So do please let me know, guys, what you'd like me to talk about in these live sessions. A little bit more of a casual approach, a little bit more kind of off the cuff rather than highly edited content. And by the way, just to be clear, this is not at all an announcement that I'm moving away from my edited content. There will still be many more episodes of A Magician's Thoughts. There will be many more episodes of When Theists Fail, many more episodes of The Most Annoying Religious People. All that stuff is still in the pipeline. I'm really looking forward to making more of that stuff. There will still be one of those videos every 2 weeks. I'm not, abandoning the usual schedule. I'm just thinking about adding these in addition. So maybe I could do, as I'm currently in the week in between, we could do a live. Just an idea. I'd be up for that. And again, let me know what time you'd like that to happen. Just bear in mind, when you write in a time, tell me the time zone, because people are all over the world, and so just writing 7 p.m. isn't going to be very helpful. I need to know 7 p.m. where, because then I need to translate that into UK time where I'm located. So yeah, do keep that in mind, folks. But yeah, tell me what you'd like these lives to be about. And I'm just going to go through the last few comments here. Let's see. Probably need to work on the lighting a bit. Yeah, this is literally just a live, just a test. When I do the actual live stream, the lighting will be as it is in my edited videos. So I'll be turning off the main light here, and I'll just have these lights on, my blue light in the background and so on. So please don't think of the lighting as anything that's going to be representative of lives moving forward. That's not the case. Let's see. Anything else? Better since I moved the mic. That's great to hear. Let's see. Hi, Magic. Hi, everybody. How are you doing, Philly? I came in around the middle. The sound has been great. The video twitched a few times, but that was probably on my end. I mean, the video is going to twitch sometimes because we're on the internet. I think that's pretty par for the course, streaming and all that. Start each stream with a magic trick. I might take you up on that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm Oh, I don't know if I should read this comment. So, soothing relaxation chills writes, I'm dying for a dump. Thanks for that information. That's great. Oh, fantastic. Okay. And this is perfect, just to bullshit about whatever. Well, that's great to hear. I like talking nonsense too, so that's good. Could you please add people to your live and answer questions? I would love to add people to my live, but I just don't know how to do it yet. I'm still figuring all this stuff out. So I'm going to be looking into this. Zachary says, very welcome. Thank you, Zachary. Bryn writes, it is much appreciated. Thank you, Bryn. Finn writes, there are tons of topics to go through in live streams, reacting to more annoying theists or atheists and so on. More casual. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Finn. That sounds good. Invite somebody with a Jamaican accent. Okay. Buffering issues. Yeah, so another thing to be aware of, guys, is that I'm currently streaming via Wi-Fi. And so if there are some buffering issues, that'll no doubt be playing a role. But when I do these in future, I do actually have a hard line. This was just meant to be a short test. We're coming up in an hour now, so much for the short test. But I didn't connect a hard line to my laptop before I went live, so I'm just streaming on Wi-Fi. So if there have been some buffering issues, that'll no doubt be the explanation. So let's see. Oh no, lagging. Video is buffering. Yeah, okay. I suggest making a community poll suggesting streaming times, many choices. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Dara has been raptured. Not yet. We can't hear you. I would wonder why you can't hear me. You should be able to hear me. Let's see. I hear him fine, says somebody else. Had to rest my session. Refresh your stream if you're not receiving the stream. Yeah, that's a good shout. Are you and Shannon Q ever going to have a show together again? Because that was fun. Again, I'm not in a position to be able to announce anything at this time, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the future brings. I can't announce anything right now. Oh, I like that idea. That's good. To my previous question, to your left is a shelf that has a figure that has figures in packages. It's out of focus. Just curious what they are. So if you know what, because you've asked me that a couple of times, let me just tell you what everything is in case I get it wrong. So over here in this shelf are Mortal Kombat action figures. These are all Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat action figures. Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sector, Cyrax. That's actually a Mortal Kombat movie mask right there. Up there is Liu Kang and the Dragon. If you know what Mortal Kombat is, you'll know what I'm talking about. On the other side here, this is a Last of Us setup. So those are some Last of Us Funko Pops and memorabilia and a painting of a clicker signed by Troy Baker, who's the voice of Joel. And then directly behind me, there's a whole bunch of other Funko Pops and various collectibles. You can see Spider-Man there, the Joker from The Dark Knight, and so on. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah, I read that already. To my previous question, yeah. The lagging is Jesus's presence preventing the bits from going through the air magically. Really appreciate your channel and all you do. And thank you very much. Keanu Reeves is my Jesus. That means a lot. So guys, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I've hit the hour mark, just talking absolute junk and crap here. So if you enjoyed the live stream, that's great. Drop a like on it. That means the world. And yeah, hopefully I'll do one of these again in the future. I just thank you to everybody who joined me here today. And thank you to those who donated. That's just incredible. I'm just talking crap here. And some of you guys have found it in your hearts to do that. And so that means the world. Thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully this will be the first of many live streams. And I really, really look forward to it. And yeah, so I guess I don't really know how to end this other than to say thank you very much. And I suppose I'll catch you in the next one. So thanks very much, guys. And see you soon. All the best. Bye-bye.